Hello again. I thought I would do an update on my portfolio and go into a bit more detail on each individual share. So slightly down from last episode, I believe, on this ISA. No changes. So my positions are Barrick Gold. Held this since the beginning in April. Doing quite well. It's one of the only sort of individual stocks that Trading212 has for gold and silver miners. So I thought I would pick that on the gold side. British Tobacco, sort of a bit of a defensive stock. Not looking to hold this long term, but thought I would just keep it for now. BT is one that I'm looking to hold long term. They've sort of got a monopoly on the internet infrastructure in the UK. Can't see that changing anytime soon, so I would be looking to sort of build up this position once I start moving out of gold and silver. Evraz is a general base metals miner, and they do a lot of work in Russia, so I thought that would be interesting sort of diversification. Not looking to hold long term though. First Majestic Silver was the silver company that I invested in since the beginning, similar to Barrick Gold, doing quite well. I'll probably look to keep this until the end of when I'm switching out of gold and silver, because silver tends to sort of lag and hopefully sort of shoot up right at the end of the bull run on gold and silver. G4S, interesting one, security company in the UK. Thought of it as a bit of a defensive position. It's not doing too bad, but probably won't hold long term. IAG, or British Airways, basically, along with a few other small airlines. I might sort of put a bit extra money into this. It's sort of a hit down, battered down play. Let's see how that goes, and maybe this week sort of put another 250 into that. Imperial Brands, basically the same as British and American Tobacco. Slightly less well-known brands, but see how that goes. Probably won't put any more money into that. Into properties have gone bust. That was a bit of a punt, really, sort of a couple £100. They're in administration, could come out, but not expecting anything to that, and not even considering I've got that £77. So physical gold, had that since the beginning. That's sort of the rock. Really, the miners are a little bit more volatile. The actual gold price sort of tends to go up and down a little bit less. So I paid $4,000 for this in April. Sort of gone up a little while the market's been a bit bad. So the S&P Gold Producers is the sort of main one that's gone up. It's the basket of mostly gold, the sort of larger cap gold miners. This is the one that I've started to sell down, and I may sell down another 1,000 of this in the coming week and buy a few more companies. Kears is quite a large builder in Britain, sort of one of the larger infrastructure and sort of big project builders. They're in for a lot of work on the HS2 rail network and potentially nuclear power station. But they've got a lot of debt and they've had a lot of troubles, so it's very, very low market cap. I just sort of keep these and see how it goes. I might buy into a little bit more this coming week. New River REIT, sort of a battered down real estate trust. They own a lot of pubs and sort of convenience stores rather than bigger commercial units. So I sort of thought the little convenience stores probably won't shut. It's up a little since I bought it, but they're not paying out anything at the moment. So I think if they start to pay out again as lockdown eases, then that might go up. Rolls-Royce, sort of battered down one with the airlines not doing so well, but they've got a little bit of a monopoly on sort of engines and a lot of the naval equipment they do, and sort of turbines and that sort of thing. So I think this is probably something I would look to buy into quite a bit more and sort of hold long term, very long term really, and hope they start becoming a reliable dividend payer again. Shell, sort of one of the better known energy companies around the world. They're trying to move away from oil and more towards clean energy. I think this is one that I would like to put in my sort of lifetime dividend portfolio. So I'll start to hopefully sell down the gold and buy this. And Saga is maybe a bit of a punt really, sort of almost priced to go bust. Insurance and holiday company for the elderly in the UK. Sort of debated as to whether their market will stay as it is, with more older people sort of becoming tech savvy and being able to use comparison sites and that sort of thing. They may lose some of their business, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that is my portfolio at the moment. There's quite a few shares that I'm watching but don't have any positions in yet. But I may do an update on sort of what the companies that I'm looking into to hold for the long term, but still expecting a bit of a crash. So not really happy sort of selling up the gold just yet and moving into those. So that's the Trading212 portfolio, and the Hargreaves Lansdown ISA is still unchanged on positions. If I show you that, still just the BlackRock Gold and General and Merian Gold and Silver, but they've gone up a little this week, so that's up a couple of thousand. I still can't do anything with this. This is being moved to iWeb, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and then I can maybe start making some sales of this and taking some profit. As you can see, BlackRock is still quite heavily up from last year. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I might be able to sort of do something more with this money in terms of stocks and shares buys. So that's my portfolio. Be interesting to see any comments you guys have. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you soon.